This has laid down accounting principles. What are the accounting principles? So generally accepted accounting principles, also known as GAAPs. So generally accounting principles are basic accounting principles and guidelines which provide the framework for more detailed and comprehensive accounting rules, standards, and other industry-specific accounting practices. For example, the Financial Accounting Standard. Thus, GAAP has encompassed four important points, that is relevance, reliability, understandability, and comparability. So these are the important points which has encompassed. So accounting principles can be broadly classified into accounting concepts and conventions. So these principles are laid down by GAAP, and these are broadly classified into accounting concept and conventions. So what is accounting concept? Accounting concept refers to the basic assumptions and rules and principles which work as a basis of recording of business transaction and preparing accounts. So these concepts are the basic for recording the business transaction and preparing accounts. So here are the 9 concepts which are encompassed by. See what are those? Business entity concept. First one is business entity concept. Second one is dual aspect concept. Third one is going concern concept. Fourth one is money measurement concept. Fifth, cost concept. Sixth, accounting period concept. Seventh, accrual concept. Eighth, matching concept. Ninth, realization concept. Let us see all these in detail. So first one is business entity concept. This concept assumes that for accounting purpose, the business enterprise and its owner are two separate independent entities. So the business entity concept is saying that the owner is separate from the business. Okay? Thus the business and personal transaction of its owner are separate. For example, when the owner invests money in the business, it is recorded as liability of the business to the owner. Okay. Similarly, when the owner takes away from the business cash or goods for his personal use, it is treated as business expense. Thus, the accounting records are made in books of accounts from the point of view of the business unit and not the person owning the business. This concept is very basic for accounting. So here, what the business entity concept is saying that owner is separate from the business. So whatever is withdrawing from the business has to be recorded separately. Whatever he is investing in the business has to be separately recorded in the business. Second comes money measurement concept. This concept assumes that all business transactions must be in terms of money, that is in the currency of a country. In our country, such transactions are in terms of rupees. So money measurement says that all the transactions have to be in the terms of money. Third one is going concern concept. This concept states that a business firm will continue to carry on its activities for an indefinite period of time. Simply stated, it means that every business entity has continuity of life. Thus, it will not be dissolved in the near future. This is an important assumption of accounting, as it provides a basis for showing the value of assets in the balance sheet. For example, a company purchases a plant and machinery for rupees 1 lakh and its lifespan is 10 years. According to this concept, every year some amount will be shown as an expenses and the balance amount shown as an asset. Thus, if an amount is spent on an item which will be used in business for many years, it will not be proper to change the amount from the revenues of the year in which the item is approved. Only a part of value is shown as an expenses in the year of purchase and remaining balance is shown as an asset. So here going concept states that business is not going to dissolve at any cost unless if it is a bankrupt. Okay. Accounting period. All the transactions are recorded in the books of accounts on the assumption that profits on these transactions are to be ascertained for a specified period. This is known as accounting period concept. Thus, This accounting requires that the balance sheet and profit and loss account should be prepared at regular intervals. This is necessary for different purposes like calculation of profit, ascertaining financial position, tax computation. So generally our financial period is from 1st April to 31st March of next year. Accounting cost concept. Accounting cost concept states that all assets are recorded in the books of accounts at their purchase price, which includes cost of acquisition, transportation and installation and not at its market price. It means that fixed assets like building, plant and machinery, furniture, etc. are recorded in the books of accounts at the price paid for them. Okay. So cost concept specifies that in case if you purchase any asset, all those expenses which you have incurred in relation to the asset are to be capitalized. That is what the accounting concept says over here. Now let us discuss dual aspect concept. Dual aspect is the foundation or basic principle of accounting. It provides the very basis of recording business transaction in the books of account. This concept assumes that every transaction has a dual effect, that is, it affects two accounts in their respective opposite sides. Therefore, the transaction should be recorded at two places. It means both the aspects of transaction must be recorded in the books of accounts. For example, goods purchased for cash has two aspects, which are giving of cash, receiving of goods. Okay, have you understand this term? Goods purchased for cash. So here we are purchasing goods, and so goods are coming for us and cash is going out. So giving of cash and receiving of goods. These two aspects are to be recorded. Thus, your duality concept is commonly expressed in terms of fundamental accounting equation. So that accounting equation is asset is equals to liabilities plus capital. So we have few problems on this, and we have a separate topic for this, and we shall discuss about this in the next slides. Realization concept. This concept states that revenue from any business transaction should be included in the accounting records only when it is realized. The term realization means creation of legal right to receive money. Selling goods is realization. Receiving order is not. In other words, it can be said that revenue is said to have been realized when cash has been received, or right to receive cash on sale of goods and both has been created. Accrual concept. The meaning of accrual is something that becomes due, especially an amount of money that is yet to be paid or received at the end of the accounting period. It means that revenues are recognized when they become receivable. Though cash is received or not received, the expenses are recognized when they become payable through cash, though cash is paid or not paid. Both transactions will be recorded in accounting period to which they relate. Therefore, the accrual concept making a distinction between the accrual receipt of the cash and the right to receive cash as regards revenue and actual payment of cash and obligation to pay cash as regards expenses. Matching concept. The matching concept states that the revenue and the expenses incurred to earn the revenues must belong to the same accounting period. So, once the revenue is realized, the next step is to allocate it to the relevant accounting period. This can be done with the help of accrual concept. The best example of matching concept is your electricity bill. So, March expenses. March bill, electricity bill. When are you going to pay? We are going to pay in the month of April, right? So this March bill has to be expensed in the March itself. So when you are paying is not accounted, the bill in which you have when you have received has to be recorded in the month itself. Okay. Now let us discuss double entry bookkeeping system. In this concept, that every accounting transaction has twofold effects on company finances. So we have already discussed that each transaction has two effects, that is debit and credit. The general ledger is the record of two sides of each transaction. If a company sells a product, its revenue increases and its cash increases by an equal amount. Okay. When a company borrows funds from a creditor, the cash balance increases, but the balance of the company debt increases by the same amount. So you can see the same. This is very much important. So balance sheet items. So in balance sheet we have assets and liabilities. In profit and loss account we have expenses and income. So all the assets are to be debited, all the liabilities are to be credited. Whereas in case of profit and loss account statement, all expenses are debited, all incomes are credited. So we can understand this with the help of preparing profit and loss account and balance sheet. Thank you. In case if you have any doubts regarding the topics or problems, let me know through comment section.